I continued on with some of the same exercises that I was doing last week and tried to advance them a little bit. Instead of doing this small rotation down here in both directions, I increased the size of that rotation, doing it in both directions, and then I started lifting my arm up like this and doing, and this is still very painful, so go down a little lower and just rotate it in both directions. I have to concentrate on the 2 o'clock and the 6 o'clock back here, and it feels better and I'm getting movement, but I'm not damaging it again or stopping the healing process. At the beginning of my work week, I was overly confident in my progress from the week prior, and I figured if I kept this routine up, snow was coming, I'd be able to snowboard by the weekend. Boy, was I wrong. After the first day of work, I actually stepped back in my progress and felt a little bit defeated and had to really ice it, really make sure I stayed on my cycle of ibuprofen, and it was waking me up, the pain, when I laid down every 2-3 hours. And then as the week progressed, I got a little better again, and now I believe I've moved past last week's progression and I'm feeling a lot better. I have a bigger range of motion, and I'm only getting woke up maybe once a night from the pain. I take my ibuprofen right before I go to bed, and maybe in the morning it'll wake me up a little early. I had to change cameras. That GoPro locked up. And speaking of locking up, as aware as I am of the fact of keeping your shoulder loose and moving around is for your benefit, I managed to get other muscles hurting in the general area, like my lats started to hurt, and up here on my shoulder a little away from the injury started to hurt, and my bicep down here really started to hurt, almost like a bicep tendonitis, which is normal for a shoulder injury like this, and it too will go away eventually. In fact, it's a lot better today than it was 2 days ago. It's a side effect from the injury, the day of the injury. It's also a side effect from the way you're holding yourself and moving yourself while you're rehabilitating. I will show you one of the exercises I did last week, and perhaps you will notice my improvement, because I was here on the wall when I first started this exercise, walking my fingers up the wall, and then I moved up to, I believe, right about here was the limit. But now this is not a problem. It does hurt if I try to go up without assistance, so I don't want to push it. I'm still just going to do like that. I'm giving myself a month, maybe 6 weeks, where I feel safe enough to ride my mountain bike or go snowboarding.